Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here in Sanity Check. I'm your host Alex, and this is a little corner of the internet where we contemplate our life decisions and wonder why we're here. So today we have Nathan, my editor.
Hello.
We have Remy, who is from America. You know, we're diverse in this joint. You know, we have all kinds of people. Yeah, there's Remy. We got he basically lives here at this point. We have the amazing Sappy John.
Bruh.
And we have a new guest as well. We have Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Hi.
Yeah, we have a diverse group of white boys here.
Mainly white guys.
Great old time. So this episode is about technology, technological advancement. You know, all things beep bop, boopity bap, all things that pretty much all these guys specialize in. Probably nothing else, but you know, it doesn't really matter.
As an IT student, can confirm it goes bip bob bibbity bop.
It does.
There we go.
If you put it in wrong, if you put the RAM in wrong, it just goes.
Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started.
Well, you know, for a non-IT guy, I'm pretty proud of myself. I actually got that correct to some degree.
Yeah.
You forgot the bit. You got the forbidden combination.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm proud of you.
Forgot the other part where it goes beep boop.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the beep.
Honestly, this is just turning into the Mr. Krabs meme.
No.
Play that one.
Oh my God,
Can you
that.
play that song? The old beep boop bap bap.
I love that.
No.
Right.
Song again.
Right, back to the podcast. Okay, so first thing. So if you were stuck on a desert island and you could only have one piece of tech, what would it be? So there's Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi. There is Wi-Fi. So everything is allowed. There's Wi-Fi. We will say there's a portable battery. Yes, you have a portable battery, so you can charge whatever you're using.
So I'm
but
stuck
you can't.
on a desert island.
Yeah, but you can't interact with anyone else.
Right, but I'm stuck on a desert island.
Yeah, you're stuck on a desert island.
When you say interacts with anybody else, I mean like YouTube. Like you can't watch YouTube.
Okay, you can have YouTube, but you can't like talk to anyone. Like
But no social contact.
no social contact, but all the other stuff.
You're literally
That's
just
what I do either
describing
way.
my day-to-day life.
Okay, so if you were
In my
Nathan, if you
room.
were in your house, what piece of tech would you go for? It's basically the
don't
question.
Because I have so many different bits of tech.
Oh,
But-
calm down, mate. Jesus.
No, but it's true. Like, what do you?
No, it's one
does it
thing. You
have
can
to
choose
be-
one thing.
Does it have to be something that you currently own?
No.
Okay, I would.
An
take,
A10
like-
Warthog.
A what?
Freaking, I swear to God.
What is that?
Halo. It's
Something
Halo.
that exists.
It sounds like a
It's
dune
not from
buggy or
Halo.
something.
Are you
Is that
serious?
a dune
Wait, do
buggy?
you not mean?
No,
the
it's that big
Warthog?
plane with the minigun on it that blows the shit out of everyone with big
Oh, right,
chain
that
guns.
one. Oh, yeah,
I have no idea what.
See,
Nathan,
this
in
is
editing,
why
can
we're
you
on the
put
desert
one down
island.
there because I have no clue what that is.
Too many things are called the Warthog. I would probably take like my dream PC setup because then I could just use it to signal for help.
What?
Well, are you forgetting
We
about all
can't- we
the
can't cheat the system.
sand? You know, all the sand would get in the
Yes,
fans.
damn
and everything.
sand, man.
No. They have specialized sand filters.
Who?
Sandman.
They
Where?
can sell those.
The
Why?
PC.
Like 4 PCs.
I just made them up.
You
They
can't
exist
make it up.
now.
It has to exist
Patented.
already. Yeah, no, it's not patented. It's not nothing. It's supposed to be a
Then-
simple question. You're supposed to say like, I don't know, a Nintendo or something. Why a PC that you
Because
make
the
have
end of
sand
hours of
filters?
entertainment. You can watch Netflix.
You
can
have
watch
to pay for
porn,
You have to pay for
You can
Netflix.
You can play games.
Yeah, I
You can
guess.
Start a YouTube channel and
Keck.
Or
yeah.
a podcast.
That's
How are you
true.
supposed to
Bro,
start a
podcast?
YouTube channel with a PC?
What do you mean?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No,
Would you like a guide?
No, genuinely. you have a PC. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have a headset and you have
Yeah.
a microphone. Are you just gonna be? There's no. You can use the camera of the PC to record yourself.
Who needs
You can't
the
just
camera?
record gameplay with the microphone.
Exactly, just record
True.
gameplay.
Just be an epic gamer.
That's a bit dead, you know. But okay.
That's not dead. That's 90% of YouTube.
That's so dead. What kind of YouTube do you watch? That's
So
sad.
that's what YouTube is. That's
That's
not
sad,
what I
man.
think it is or what
That
I
is
watch.
sadness. Where's Remy? Remy, what would you get? Remy hasn't said anything in the past like 5 minutes.
A sex robot.
I'd take my LED lights.
So,
That is-
Your
that is-
LED
No,
light.
that is fair. I respect that. LED lights.
if you can't
Yeah,
vibe
I'd
with your
take
favorite
my
color,
LED lights
Ex-
to vibe, you know?
Exactly. Do they do do they flash and do multicolors, or like is it just like one
No,
color?
I don't want to have a seizure, so I like it smooth, you know.
A nice dark
Yeah.
red.
You
No,
got, like,
set them
the
to
scene
strobe
next to you.
mode.
Mm.
Yeah, I personally only vibe to dark red. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I have to say purple.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
you're
on
a-
that.
Purple.
You're simple
Purple is
like
that
Nathan.
one color.
It's RGB, purple or nothing.
I will take nothing.
And dark
Then you will
blue
perish.
sometimes.
I would take a what do you call those? You've seen you know mall cops, the thing that they ride in.
Oh,
Oh,
the
the
segways.
Segway.
The
Yeah,
Segway.
Segways.
I would take a
Oh,
Segway.
no way.
I've
Why?
always
Which one
wanted
are
a
you
Segway.
You're on a
talking
deserted
about? 'Cause
island.
in
On a desert-
America,
well,
we had
you're-
Segways and
you're-
they exploded.
Oh,
Lamau.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna get a good Segway. Nathan, you wanted a
Okay,
PC
good
with
Segway, yeah,
sand
that's what's
filters.
up.
I can have a Segway that goes on sand.
Yes, and I can have a PC which I then can do basically anything from.
Well, fine then.
And you can move 5. Like, how big is this island? Are we talking a big island?
We're talking like
Small one?
just one of the small ones. You know, a couple
So
kilometers.
what? Your Segway will probably take up half the island.
What kind
It's
of
just
island am I on?
great.
Am I on a great?
Brilliant.
What am I on? Like a pool of sand? What is
Yeah.
this? It's a
It's
big
was your
island.
question.
Island, bro.
It is a 50 by 50 kilometer desert
Oh.
island.
This is really specific.
That's like larger than my state, dude.
It's a. Why are there small desert islands? Desert islands are big.
There are small little sand dunes.
I don't care.
Deltas.
I'm
Wait,
not asking for a
Have
fucking
you
sand
guys
dune.
read Lord of the Flies? Because
My sister's read that.
Desert island.
My sister's reading that currently.
Epic.
We did Of Mice and Men.
Oh god,
They
yeah.
did Lord of the Flies. I mean, who really got it better here? We got to see George shoot Lenny.
Oh.
Aw.
No, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Right in the head. Right in the back of the
Sad
head.
vibes. You need the LED
These
lights
These
now,
LED
man.
lights.
Welcome to Insanity Check, where we have a
Welcome.
structured podcast, but we go off on tangents anyway.
Yeah, and then I bring it back. Very
To
well.
be fair, tangents are like the best thing ever. They make
That's
it
the
more
They
best
are.
thing about a podcast. The fact that you can go on a tangent and it's like, it's great.
This is true.
It's
now let's
really
go on
true.
tangent about that tangents.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
talking so much about oranges, bro.
Ooh, orange.
Oh my god.
No, okay. So, okay, next question. If robots took over the world, whose side would you be on?
That has
Wait,
to
what
depend on
side?
what their intentions are.
Oh, no. Total domination of the human race.
Yeah, but like, why?
Right.
Is this a Skynet thing, or is it one of those? Oh, we just think humanity's a virus and should get
We
rid of it.
we
because
think
of that.
humanity is a virus and we should get rid of them. I mean, it's quite justified. We fucked up the climate. I mean,
But we
So-
don't deserve to die as a species. We don't
What?
deserve to entirely die. We
Okay,
just
okay,
don't
okay.
deserve
So
to rule the
they
planet.
kill off most of them, but they keep a select few they think didn't do anything wrong.
Right. Okay.
That's very subjective.
Has that yeah, they're the overlords. They can do whatever the hell they want. They're killing you. They're
It's
killing
like pour
everyone.
water or
So
whatever.
we're talking like Terminator level of mass extinction.
No,
Or are
just
we
a bit
talking-
less than Terminator.
Are we talking like full on like Matrix level
Nah,
robot
not-
domination,
nah, not
speaking out and
Matrix.
destroying everyone?
Nah, it's more like they destroy everyone who is harming the environment, and the people who don't, they kind of just leave them alone.
Well, then we're fine, aren't we?
No, you're not.
Yeah, the average
No.
person would be completely fine.
The average
They
person
would-
would not
they
be
would
fine.
just- they would
The
just
average
go
person
after-
wastes tons of food every
I would
year.
just like to say this, that I think, if I recall, anyone can correct me on this, I'm probably wrong, 10 corporations are responsible for 90% of all fossil fuel, carbon dioxide, blah, blah, blah. 10
I
corporations.
think it's something
Yeah, but
like
we're not
that,
just
yeah.
talking about we're not talking about carbon dioxide here. We're talking about food wastage. We're talking about just wasting electricity in general,
Right,
wasting
okay.
power.
Can I ask what these robots run off of?
Toast.
Solar energy.
Solar energy.
And we
Solar
turn out the
energy.
sun.
Turn out the sun. Just turn off the
Turn
sun.
the
Just
Matrix.
switch.
Do
You go to
what the
Washington. There's
Matrix
a
did.
switch. You just flick it. The sun goes off.
Do what they did in the Matrix and black out the sky.
Black out the sky.
That's what the Matrix did.
So
and it
you
didn't
are
work,
not.
so-
You're not with the robots, or you are with.
Why
the
would
robots?
I
We haven't
be?
really.
All
I think I
need
would
is
be
a
with
water
them myself.
Would you? Would
Yeah,
you
I'd
start a
be with the
rebellion?
robots.
Like robots is a shout, man. Like they can feed you, they take care of you. You're a good person, so they won't kill you. You know, it's a decent life. You
Not
know?
a good person, but all the rest.
All the
They also got rid of Donald Trump if it happened.
That's facts. Donald Trump's gone. Kim Jong Un's
Okay,
gone.
yeah,
Let's not
this
can't
political.
This is gonna get demonetized,
Yeah,
even
I'm
though we're
just
not
saying.
monetized.
No political.
One of you is going to commit
Taken.
suicide because you accidentally said something bad about the woman. Forgot her name already.
What woman? Oh,
The one that murdered everybody with the emails.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Greta. Oof.
No, I think it's Hillary.
Hermione Granger.
Hermione?
Yeah,
No! Leave Emma
Hermione
Watson alone. What the hell? Leave Emma Watson alone. She's done not that bad stuff.
Emma Watson silenced everybody. Sent out bad
Hermione's
emails, had a couple of
underrated.
people killed, ran for president.
Okay, so the rest of us, we will work with the robots. Nathan will start his own resistance, and then we will have to go kill him. I'm just
Should we
saying.
call them the Water Pistol Warriors?
Yeah, let's call them the Water Pistol Wars.
But that's all you need, a water pistol. Just
That
oh,
sounds
you're
like an
right.
American
Do you know
sport.
how much tech is just waterproof?
None.
Water resistant. If
Water
you hit it hard enough
resistant.
with a hammer,
Water resistant.
Exactly.
it ain't water resistant no more.
Nah,
From-
man, I'm
from
pretty sure these
experience,
robots are
all
going
I
to be
need
quite
to do
advanced
is
that
flick
they'll
them off
laser
and
you
on
before you
again.
even get close. These aren't
It's
just
not
like
that. If they're
they're not
using
some
lasers to
plugged-in
kill
robots.
us, then they are inefficient because lasers are like one of the worst efficient things we have currently.
Exactly.
It's such a waste.
So they would
This is better shoot
self-terminate.
us
just
They would
shoot
just
us with guns.
self-terminate themselves.
or whack us with machetes.
Oh yeah,
Or
I like that.
Pull a Hitler and burn us all.
Bruh.
Or shoot yourself.
Bro, that guy
Still don't
got
really know what
dark.
happened.
Would robot side? Would we turn to cyborgs or would we stay as people?
Oh, I would want to stay as a people.
I'm down having a robot arm. I'm not even gonna lie.
Robot
We
penis.
all know that is where that was going.
Yeah, we saw this coming.
Robot
Saw it
penis.
coming. Robot penis.
Playing-
How would
Large
that work?
12-foot robot
How
penis.
would explain to me? how
Bruh,
this
we
works.
don't question the robot science. We just live in the
No,
robot
I'm
science.
questioning.
No, we
the
don't
robot
question
penis.
the robot science. No, we're not
Are you
questioning
going to
the
question 12-foot robot penis?
Bruh,
Yes,
you're on the
I am.
human side. You don't get to
Six-foot
question the
robot
12-foot robot penis. We get to question it.
Right. So should I live in fear of the 12-foot robot penis?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Absolutely.
One slap from that and you ain't got a head.
Nah, man. Split
Right.
you right in half.
This is a scary time to be alive.
It is.
It
That's why you
really
should. That's why you should
You
be
think
the
it
robot.
currently is?
I didn't expect to come on here and talk about robot peni.
Well, that's what this is about. Talk about
Bonus
robot
points for
penis.
knowing the plural, though.
I swear it's penises.
Peni.
I'm pretty sure it's
Peni.
penises.
It's peni.
Is it peni?
Yeah, it's
It's
peni.
Panai. That's what I was
Ah.
taught in school. Panai.
They
You were
taught
taught
you
in school.
that bro's penis is peni.
Ah, yes, sir. If you ever
Who needs
Okay,
history when you have a
yeah.
plural of
correct
penis?
plural is peni.
Peni. You go into a job interview and they just
Oh,
the
God.
only question they ask you, what is the plural of penis? You say
That's all
peni.
that's on
They
your
hire
All
you.
right, class. We're
That's
gonna
all
be
that's on your
talking about
CV, just
peni
peni.
today.
Talk about peni today. 3-hour lecture about peni, the structure of peni,
You'd
the
be
origin
surprised
of
with
the word
The
kind of
peni.
etymology.
lectures we have.
Oh my
We
god.
barely talk about penis. It's actually kind of.
Yeah, penises should be more acceptable.
Did you just say penises?
Publicly.
Did you just say
Peni.
penises?
We just
I said-
penis.
This
I know.
man just said penis.
Who just said penises?
Execute him.
Get the water
Oh,
pistols.
Get the
Order
water pistol.
66.
Get the 12 put. Get the
I'm
12
no
inch
longer in
robot
my
dick.
safe space.
It
God.
was foot.
12
Set
foot.
them- set- Set them to jackhammer mode.
Jackhammer. 12 feet.
12 feet. There's just a penis with 12 feet sticking out of it.
Sometimes
Wait,
it be like
is the
that.
plural version of moose? Meese?
Meese.
No.
No,
The
it's a
plural
moose.
of moose is moose.
It's just
Just
moose.
like
Like,
the plural of
it's
deer
meese.
is deer.
or the plural of sheep is sheepies.
No, it's just
Sheep-eye.
sheep.
No, sheepies. Shed.
And the plural of idiot is insanity check.
Yes.
I like this plan.
I like it.
Same.
Hey,
So-
Urban Dictionary, if you're listening.
Cereal.
You listening? This is we're allowing you to have this. Just pay us a small fee and you can have it.
Like-
$2 million.
Of $2 million.
Yeah. Wait, what's that in pounds?
It's
Yes.
like what? It's like
Similar.
1.9.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like 20p.
So like 20p. Because the
Probably
pound,
after Brexit.
the pound is so definitely. When is Brexit ending? Like when is it actually
It has.
officially? Like
It's already been
officially
pushed back another 12 years.
has it?
I thought it already ended.
I swear, like they said it's ended, but it's gonna take like 5 years for actually anything to happen.
I love
I
that you
thought
believe
we already Brexited.
years.
I thought
I mean, surprised.
we've already done Brexit, haven't we? 'Cause,
Yeah, we
like,
have.
I remember my mate telling me that they're now an illegal immigrant under the Brexit law.
F.
Oof. Remy, who would you vote for? The election is coming up. Who would you
Oh
vote
no.
for?
Wait, me?
Yeah, who would you vote for?
Biden.
Really? Not
Really?
Kanye? Not Kanye?
Kanye is just...
Politics alarm. Politics alarm. Politics alarm.
Bro, Kanye's is in a psychotic episode right now. Like, we don't
I'm
talk about
not being funny,
We don't talk
but
about Kanye.
Kanye West is in Fortnite, so I don't think he can also be in the White House.
Wait, what do you mean it's
Bro,
in Fortnite? What,
What
the
do you mean?
radio?
They're intertwined.
The music in the
Oh,
cars.
I haven't heard him yet, you know? All I've heard is Ed
They're gonna
Sheeran.
have the United Nations Summit in fucking Fortnite next season. You wait.
Fully.
To put default guys
All the
on
diplomats are just gonna get on the Fortnite account, so they're all gonna rock like the Skull Trooper or some crap.
Battle. I would watch that if there was a politics battle royale.
Oh my god, and the
Imagine
winner rules the
if
world.
if we had like we had Vladimir Putin, we had Kim Jong Un, we
I
had
swear
Boris
to God, if I
Johnson,
got to see
Theresa
Vladimir
May,
You-
all of them.
You had
If
Putin with
Battle
snipers.
Royale.
You'd have King Jong Un with just RPGs.
No,
you
no,
would have
Kim
Donald
Jong-
Trump.
They wouldn't work though.
They would go all over the place.
Kim Jong Un, I feel might come out victorious.
I feel like he would
too
start an
fat,
alliance. He would start an alliance and then
He would.
betray.
Can you delete that? I would rather not get assassinated.
That's very true. Yikes. Right, so let's get back to the podcast. So,
Meanwhile,
does wow, I cannot use English. Does technological advancements does technological advancements actually benefit everyone, or is there a small proportion of the population that actually get the benefits from it?
Short answer, yes.
Yeah.
good
Yes.
start.
I said
Yeah,
which
no.
one, and you just said yes.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it affects the whole
I
world.
would say everyone, because even if it's a small development in something, the Russians will steal it and then will make it better, and then it will benefit everyone.
See, this is Russian
Stalin, you
bias.
make everything good.
I am hearing Russian bias. I think it's actually a small proportion of people, but it's everyone when something bad happens.
I
would
actually wrote a
disagree
little
with
bit of
that.
a script for
There-
this.
Because the
Quite a bit of
pandemic,
detail.
led so many people to work together to try and make a vaccine, but the pandemic never happened. So many countries wouldn't have the tech that they have now.
I think it's
In the
everyone in solution to a problem. So I mean, like, I remember I did some research on this before, but it was a really simple, like a chemical solution that you put into like dirty water that you just find from
Oh,
a
yeah.
river, and
Yeah.
it basically cleans it. But things like that, small technological advancements, they do help everyone, but in certain scenarios, like when it's to solve a problem. But if it's
Yeah.
just for a convenience, then it's only a small proportion because it's like a first world thing. I mean, like,
Yeah.
people in Africa aren't going to care about the new graphics card I'm getting in a couple months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but not like,
exactly.
I'm not talking about like a graphics card, but maybe like medical, economic,
It
Well, for
like
really
industrial
depends.
stuff.
modern
Like people will
commercial
only,
technology,
yeah,
it
people
does
will only
benefit
bring
everyone.
it in. People only bring that stuff in when it's benefiting them. Like,
more people in the world have a smartphone than they do a toilet, just because they become so affordable and available and so useful. That's a technology that was originally only for the very rich and is now for everybody.
True, but when did that come in?
I don't know. What do you mean, when did that come in?
Yeah, when did everyone get access to phones? Because smartphones have been out for like 20 years. Yeah, so like...
But that's recent as all hell.
Is that recent?
That's very recent in terms of technology.
True.
I mean, it really depends on what that technological advancement is. Because if it's something that's only going to affect a small amount of people, then of course it's only going to affect a small amount of people. If it's something that's just made to benefit a small, like, a small town or something like that, it's not going to really have that much impact.
Okay,
have a look at quantum computers. The rich at Google and everything have just developed quantum. That's a major breakthrough in technology, but no one else on the planet will get to use that for probably 50, 60 years.
Okay, let's talk something quite universal.
Indigenous tribes. What?
What?
There's indigenous tribes that like live on islands that have not seen a single piece of technology. Like, they're still living primal, you know?
I swear there was a news report a while ago that some man tried to get over there and then just literally got eaten alive.
Yeah.
They kill them, I'm pretty sure. They're like, ooh, new person.
On the fact I haven't heard that report, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Okay, let's talk about something.
The boats over, they just get pelted with arrows before they even get landfall.
Yeah,
right, let's talk about something universal. Let's talk about the cure for cancer, okay? We're doing this.
Right.
Cure for cancer.
That affects everyone.
Yeah, it affects everyone, but is everyone going to get it?
It affects the rich first.
It affects the rich first, and then it trickles down over the years.
But that's the same with everything. Everything will be like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, technological advancement, most of the time, for at least maybe a couple years, they benefit a small proportion of people. First, it will benefit the rich whites, or anyone rich. Then it will get to the middle class. Then it will get to... Who would it get to next? Probably lower class? The working class. Middle class, working class. That gap's going to be huge.
Yeah, like we said, that's the case with everything, though. It's like, the rich are what fund the technological advancements, so they're going to first see the benefits before it trickles down to anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then what's the point of tax? You have tax, and you have working people.
You can't just talk about, like, within a year.
I don't know how your guys' financial system works, but like in America, I don't know what that is, but but everybody here pays taxes, and those taxes go into a variety of things. So it's technically
mostly the politicians' fault.
That's what I'm literally trying to say. People pay taxes, so you think everyone would get it at the same time, but no, that's not the case.
Yeah, but everybody pays for it. You know,
but the rich do pay more taxes.
Yeah, but because they're rich. Yeah, but they're rich. It doesn't really matter whether you make a lot or you don't. You still pay the same proportion of your salary. Well, actually, the rich pay more. They pay like 60% or something. But it's because they're rich.
But what you have to do is you have to look over the whole lifetime of that product to evaluate whether it's affecting a big group or a small group. For example, let's take the MMR vaccine, right? So the mumps something and rubella.
Measles, mumps, and rubella.
Measles, mumps, and rubella. That's what it is. That it would have started off as, probably only targeting the rich people first, but now there are basically no cases of that at all. And that's going to be the same.
That's actually slightly wrong. It didn't target the rich; it targeted the sick. In this case,
like I'm pretty sure there was an outbreak.
You target the lowest of the health.
Yeah, you target the lowest people.
But as it got so much easier to reproduce it with the implementation of using eggs and shit like that on the mass scale, everyone could have it.
Yeah, and that's my point. You have to you can't evaluate something on the first years of its lifespan, because that was going to always be a biased opinion.
Yeah, but
how
come there could be thousands of people who die because they can't get this treatment because someone else who paid a little bit more got it first? And if you put yourself in those people's shoes, you are dying because someone paid more than you because of something that you couldn't control. You can't
Why don't
control.
you supply and
to
demand?
Africa and give them your MMR vaccine is another point to it.
Yeah, but I
change
don't
you
have
want to
the
make.
resources, or I don't have the resources. I don't have the money to do that. I'm just saying
Precisely,
that.
that's why it doesn't happen.
So you're saying
Completely honest, the reason Africans are hungry is because first world countries can't afford to give them large amounts of money, because that would turn us into not first world countries. It would be a sacrifice.
I mean,
And I'm afraid in this case we have to look out for ourselves.
wow. I mean, do we really not have that much money? Are you
Can
No,
really,
no,
say-
it's
are you,
every
are you
country
really
is
saying that?
massive.
Alex, we live on an
fix world
island in
hunger.
the middle of an ocean.
I'm not talking
you
about
want to-
us as a
I know.
country.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about us as a collective of first world countries.
I literally
The
have
first world countries are in debt. Almost
Are
every
we all-
country on the planet is
Are
in
we
debt.
all in debt since
No,
when?
I'm serious. There's this whole conspiracy about like a really, really rich family called the Rothschilds, all that bullshit, and they have all the world's money, so everyone's in debt.
Damn. Everyone's just paying them.
Everyone is in debt. Yeah.
Damn. No one's rich.
Conspiracy
Wow.
time.
Conspiracy time. Which is leading
Uh,
on to the next actually point.
Oh,
I do
well,
these
that-
segues better than you do. You're the
I
bloody
know.
host.
Well, I'm sorry.
learn something, Alex. Learn.
I'm learning. Oh my gosh. Fine. Okay. Apple. We're talking about Apple. here.
Conspiracy time.
Conspiracy
Right,
time.
okay,
Conspiracy.
I'm going to
I have
say
had this.
immediately, Yes.
I've
That's
had
the
this
answer to your
conspiracy for a long time. Do Apple makes their phone? Do they design their phones to become useless after 2 years?
Yes.
Yes,
It is
yes,
a
yes.
Every
well-known
company does
fact.
nowadays.
It is a well-known
think they do.
fact that Apple
Whoa!
specifically
Devil's
designed
advocate.
They specifically design their hardware to not keep up. For example, and they lie and they deceit and they overprice their stuff so much.
I'd like to
For
quickly
example-
phrase an example for you.
No, I'm
If you sell a
phrasing
metal...
example.
No. This is important. You spend £5 on a metal ruler, it lasts you 20 years. You spend £1 on a plastic ruler and it'll break in a day. Which one earns you more money over that time period?
Plastic.
Precisely. Products are made to break.
So do we blame the companies or do we blame the people for going back and
No,
buying the
we
products?
blame both, but Apple should
We
not.
blame
'cause
supply and demand.
True.
Well, it's,
Because
fool
if
me
people,
once, shame
if
on
people
you.
stopped buying them, Apple would make them better.
Exactly.
Just think,
But I mean, it's the same. It's the same with all companies. All companies are the same because they are looking out for number one, and that is themselves. They don't care about people, and they will purposely, if they don't make their hardware to break, they will release a software update making that whole device unusable, or will completely lie about that device like Apple did, and they called one of their MacBooks a unibody when it wasn't a unibody. It was two pieces of cheap plastic glued together right above the fan so it would melt off.
With a 500% price increase.
Exactly. And it's stuff like that, and then they'll say, oh yes, no, we made a mistake, here, have the new one, which has quote unquote upgraded motherboards and stuff, but they're just recycled motherboards from old brands. And it's like, and Nintendo, a huge example of this, because they will do stuff like they'll make a product, so they make the Wii, right? And then they make the Wii U, and they will make the Wii completely unavailable, so that is now unusable, and you have to buy the next product. And
Have
then
you
when
not
the
seen
Nintendo
that?
Switch
The latest
comes out,
games are still released on the Wii.
yeah,
They're
but
still doing it.
the biggest example.
I think the
of
last
this
game on the
really-
Wii was like Just Dance. It was a Just Dance
Yeah,
game.
it was a
That's
Just
the last
Dance game.
ever game released on the Wii.
Really?
But
I
they-
swear I heard
they-
somewhere that they're releasing games for the old consoles.
But they've shut down
Probably
the Wii
wrong.
shop. They shut down Miiverse. They've stopped supplying parts for the Wii. They've stopped.
Yeah,
selling
but that
the Wii
makes
first
sense. The Wii is
party.
extremely old. Of course,
No,
they
but
want to
this
move on
is-
to something
this is-
new
this
with
is-
better
this is-
technology in.
This is as soon as they release their next gen console, and it's
Yeah,
it was
but
the
if you
same
want
with-
a Wii, you would have gotten a Wii.
yes, but that's
That's
not the point
that's-
I'm making.
But that's
so
the
is
point I'm
PlayStation
making.
and Xbox. They're doing the same thing.
You can't really
Yeah.
complain that, oh, I can't get Wii parts if, like... What am I trying to say here? I'm basically trying to say is
It's
that if
it's
you
old
want- if
tech.
you- it's old tech. If you wanted
Yeah,
some new parts, just get a new console.
Like,
Yeah.
here's the part where I can see it. I see it from the viewpoint of the company, where it's like there comes a point where it's no longer financially viable to keep producing like the console replacement parts for it, there's going to be that turning point where it's no longer viable. So it's a better option to just go full hog on that new console.
Well, you know how long it took for them to actually disband Windows 7, right? Last year in September. Like, wow. Same with Team Fortress 2. How long can things live before you have to stop? Everyone's going to keep using really old stuff. You can't stop them from doing it, but you have to disband it eventually.
Yeah, companies like they have a lot of leeway, and to bring it back to the Apple point where we started this whole thing. I've been sitting on this for like 10 minutes. I just let you guys go off, but
go ahead.
I actually have personal experience with how they don't make their phones obsolete after 2 years. And so, yeah, actually I have two examples. So one is for me personally. I had an SE, which by the point that I got it was like a 2-3 year old phone. It still worked perfect, latest software, and heck, I used it as a test rig for my modifications. But this is probably a more typical use case. One of my family, they only recently upgraded from a 5C, which is a 5-year-old phone, nearly 6-year-old phone at this point, and it was still working pretty much up to like present day. The only reason it wasn't working is because the core architecture, all right, if you're a techie, you'll get this, but 32-bit and 64-bit applications, the only reason it stopped being supported was because it was the last iPhone to run on 32-bit, and applications wouldn't support it anymore. But let's just get this out of the way. All their marketing, price inflation, their quality of their products, trying to chase a premium field, that's all, like, we could go on about that for days, but the product longevity is one of the few things that I can actually, especially in the phone department, it's one of the few things I can actually praise Apple for.
Well, the screens really do shatter quite quickly.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're not working on durability. They're working on the software side, because you can't diss Apple with their software. I enjoy it. I like it. It's very good.
You can.
But you can't.
However, phones do restrict you a little bit too much. There's a reason it is called jailbreaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like to some degree, Apple software is amazing. They don't do it for the durability. If you want good durability, you go to a BlackBerry or like a Samsung. They do it for durability. You can drop that from like a 2-story roof, and it will just bounce a bit, and then it'll be fine. But like, I like Apple emojis. I really enjoy their emojis. They're great.
We do need to take some hate away from Apple though, because as Sappy said, personal experience does come into quite a bit. I have right next to me my old phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S Mini 5 or J5 or something like that. The thing lasted me a ludicrously long time, but they only gave it 8 gigs of storage. Every single update was half a gig. The way they planned obsolescence with that is they fill up your storage, so you just can't use it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think
that's what everyone does in some way.
I think Apple phones are made to last 2-3 years, honestly, and then they bring out a new phone. I think what they're focusing on is the software, not the actual hardware of the device. They think, okay, we're going to make this for 2-3 years. By that time, we're going to bring out a new phone. If you want the new phone, you can get it. Because my phone, I have an iPhone 8. I got this like 2.5 years ago. I can be on a call for half an hour and this thing's heating up like it's in a mess. I don't understand why. I don't know why it's overheating. It's something. But I feel like if once that starts, I know, I have to go get a new phone. And I'm like, I have to go spend 600-700 quid on a new phone, or else I want to go to the warehouse and get like the weirdest Motorola or like some kind of like weird Chinese branded phone. But I want my Apple.
See, this is where I'm going to disagree.
No, if I want to get my Apple, it's like some weird contract.
I'm going to stop you right there. I have in front of me an iPhone 8 Plus, which I have had since October. Would you like to take a guess at how much it costs?
69.
300.
800.
800.
No, 110. I say 110.
It cost me £120, right? Because it's first hand.
From where? From where?
Car Phone Warehouse came with a 2-year contract on top of it.
See, one, that's Car Phone Warehouse. Those are deals. 2, iPhone 8 is like at least 3 years old. So of course it's going to be cheaper than if it was brand new.
Yeah, however, you don't have to go out and spend 600 quid on an iPhone. And if you, I mean, big like piece of advice, never buy from first party unless you're like made of money. Because if you buy first party, or I mean, I think Ben and Jamie can agree with me here. If you buy PC pre-builds, you will be spending way more money than if you were to buy third party, or if you were in a PC case, if you were to buy the parts separately, you're spending way less. And then you can also get it in bundles.
A couple hundred.
Exactly, and that's just for assembly. That, you know. But bringing it back to Apple, I wouldn't say that it's always their fault that their phones don't work. Like you're saying with your phone overheating, a lot of phones do, and a lot of phones will lose their battery life quite a lot after you've had them for a while because of the lithium batteries. Constantly recharging them wears it out. So after a couple of years, that battery is going to wear out, and we can't do anything about that at all.
But if Samsung and like Android actually have dedicated sites to selling third-party parts for really good prices, with an iPhone, you have to pay like £800, and they'll say actually the logic board's fried. Oh, there's water damage. They'll make up all this crap. They just get a new phone. But with Android, you can buy a phone for 200 and get a battery for 20, and just
literally. My sister's phone, I think the charging port broke. We went to Apple. They told her to just buy a new phone. They looked at it for 20 minutes, said buy a new phone. We went to like a third-party site, got it fixed for like 60 quid. So
you've heard about that news reporter case with Lewis Rossman, right? It was a bent pin, but because humidity triggered the liquid damage, they said they'd have to replace the logic board. And oh look, a £1,200 price tag came out of nowhere. Lewis Rossman offered the repair for free because it was just pin was bent.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the bad rap from Apple comes from the fact that they view themselves more as an ecosystem, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's like when you buy into like an iPhone or a Mac or something like that, you're buying into an ecosystem. Like it's a really closed loop. So like
they do have places like connectability. So yeah,
and so you get like that problem with you if you need any repairs or have any problems, you only have the choice of that first party, and third party if you want to go into like a grey area.
Yeah,
it's at your own risk.
I think that is the main issue to be, and their policies are very questionable as well, because like I've heard from people that work at Apple that I know that literally the first thing they're told is lie to get more money because that's the best thing to do. So, and that comes back to the whole literally looking at it for 20 minutes and then just going,
buy a
new one. You need no one. Here's one for £1,000. It's a cheese grater. Oh, and here, have the stand for another £1,000, which only works with this phone. And now they're talking about the next iPhone, possibly not even coming with a charger. So then it's like, what?
Final phone. It's just a blueprint. You have to buy the
you have to buy it yourself in 10 years. What? Are we just going to we're just going to buy the air in the package and the parts that are sold separately?
They already sell crisps.
Basically, Apple customer service is terrible.
Yeah, I think
it might just be the customer service.
Terrible.
It's terrible customer service.
The point we've missed here is we've forgotten about the fact that they actually put third-party repairs kind of like in a negative spotlight of these people don't know what they're doing. And that's how they protect their first-party
That's how
repair.
They keep you coming back to pay.
That Lewis Rossman thing, when the news investigated it, their response was, they wouldn't even send a spokesperson, it's like, always be wary with third-party repairs and come to first-party, come to Mac card repairs, because we know what we're doing.
I have my dude at Orpington High Street. He fixes my phone if shit goes down, and I love him. You know who you are. You're not watching this, but I know...
Is he the one that is near the subway?
No, not that one. You know the shoe repair shop.
Yeah.
Like that's like opposite Boots. Him. He's the guy. He's a lad. He's an absolute lad, and I love him.
What's it like in America, Remy? Is it pretty much the same?
Yeah, it's more or less the same thing.
Isn't Apple even more prominent over though with this kind of practice? You have like Genius bars and everything.
They're in England.
They are.
Yeah, but the consumer protection laws here are a lot more favourable to the consumer than it is in other countries. I mean, Australia's the best one, I think, for consumer protection laws.
1-0 for the prison colony.
So Remy, what phone do you have? How's your Apple experiences been?
I think I have an iPhone 7, and I've had it for like 3 years or something like that, and I mean, it runs a bit slow, and sometimes it glitches out, but I mean, nonetheless, it's perfectly fine, you know?
Lucky you.
Yeah,
the iPhone, like 27 is out. Just don't drop it.
With the first-party and third-party repair shops, like, there's an Apple store, or whatever it's called, up at the mall, and every time you go up to the mall, there's a line before it even opens, and then there's a line even when it opens, you know? And they don't even do much, you know? They just look at it and they're like, oh, yeah, your hard drive, or I don't know much about phones, but it's busted. You need to buy a new one for $50. But
I just hate how that's their. I hate
$500.
Fucking hell. I just hate how the first response is you need to buy a new one. Like, they could at least try other options.
But I think what annoys me more is how the world as a consumer is just okay with that.
Yeah, we're fine with that. We will go out and buy a new phone.
I have spoken to... that is stupid to me, and I would... Like, I think it's also... You can see it the same with companies like Microsoft, and especially with Xbox. I know I was talking to you about this the other day. For example, I bought a custom controller off Microsoft for about 80 quid, and the right bumper has stopped working. So yeah, I could go to Microsoft and go, hey, repair this, but then I'd be paying the same price for the controller, whereas I can literally just take my remote apart and move the pin a centimetre, because it's just, like, come off the side. But, like, you know, I think it's the same with most companies, but then I feel like I know some people that would be more like, yeah, I'll pay that 80 quid, but as having not very much money and not exactly being what you would call like high top class
bougie
wealthy family, I personally would rather try and do something myself or for cheaper to save the money. Or like I was having a conversation with one of my mates about screen protectors. Apple will put a screen protector on your phone for like 30 quid for one screen protector, and they do it with a machine so it all fits on nicely and whatnot. And I was talking to my mate about it, and I was like, well, why not buy a pack of 3 for 30 quid and do it yourself? Because you're getting triple the value. I mean, yeah, you might get like a little bubble which you can then just push out, or you might muck it up a bit, but then you're getting 3 for the price of just getting 1 straight from the source. It's like, you know, it's just
talking about convenience. Like, people like to have convenience, and people like convenience. And just like moving on to the next thing, like, do we think that technological advancements make people more lazy, or cause, in some cases might cause diseases like diabetes or some kind of
that's the goal.
Yeah, theoretically,
in a
it could lead
world,
to
we
that.
wouldn't have to do anything, but
exactly.
Hear me out with this too. Like, being lazy, even with sex, you know, not putting on a condom, that risks STDs, you know, and you're just not doing it because you're lazy, you know.
And like, imagine like in the future, there's like a pill, or like there's an injection you take, and boom, pregnancy over. People just not put condoms on.
Sex is ingrained into the human body, so it's not like injected pregnancies would actually change that. In fact, I think humans wish to just have sex for the sake of having sex than they do for the sake of pregnancy.
But I just feel like people are gonna invent things that make people's lives so much easier. I feel like people are just gonna get so much lazier from it, and so many more cases, just diseases like diabetes, like heart disease, all that stuff would just come from it, and going to end up killing ourselves.
So you're looking at the one road, but this is more of a dual carriageway.
Yeah, it is a dual carriageway.
As the technology gets better, stuff like diabetes will be phased out as the technology increases to deal with that, as well as white.
Yeah, but we're also talking about, like, will it be technology or will it be technology in the form of drugs? And then resistance comes into that, drug resistance. Like, will we eventually become resistant to the drugs, and then diabetes is just a worldwide thing that we all have to deal with? And then we have to create another type of drug, and then the cycle just keeps going and going and going.
I think you have to sort of look at it with an open eye. Because, yeah, as consumers, we are getting lazier and lazier, and we are, like, time is the most important factor. And I feel, linking back to that last topic, a lot of the prices on things aren't necessarily from the product, but the time it took to make those advancements and to make that product. Like, you know, Deliveroo has like 10% price increase, and just going down the road to the nearest McDonald's and picking something up yourself because of the time. And it's like, yeah, whilst we're making these technological advances to make our lives easier, which could cause things like coronary heart disease and, you know, diabetes more common, at the same time, on the flip side of that, whilst we're making all of that more automized, then we're going to be buying people more time to then figure out how to make more long-term cures for these things, and how to sort of make it so that we don't head into that sort of grey area where everyone's going to die because everyone's obese, like most of America. Sorry, Remy.
Consider this. If all of humanity have to sink in 1 million hours to creating a super intelligent AI that can manage, I don't know, let's say research, wouldn't the payback of humans no longer have to spend 1 million hours researching this? And it would kind of spiral into that just technological singularity. Is suddenly we don't need to invest time into things because we already have.
Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to attack that sort of singularity idea from a different angle, I think we will reach a tipping point. It's miles off, but we are going to reach a tipping point where there's going to be no avenues of technologies left to combat diseases. I mean, you guys know about MRSA, methicillin resistant.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a funny point about that.
But yeah, there will be a point where there are no avenues of technology left. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to think about.
Let's just hope we die off before that comes.
I know this is meant to be a tech stream, but I have researched into that. And have you all heard of bacteriophages?
Yeah.
As a bacteria develops resistance to chemicals, they lose resistance to phages, so bacteriophages and stuff like that. So it is one of those, in a theoretical millions of years, it would be you would constantly switch between using bacteriophage technology and antibiotic-resistant technology, and that could theoretically go on forever because the DNA in a bacteria can only be so much until it is no longer a bacteria, it becomes something more advanced.
Yeah,
and then you just shoot it with a gun.
Shoot it with a gun.
To get gun resistance.
Nah, man. Like I feel like mutation, just because of the endless possibilities in the world, there'll be a certain mutation of bacteria that will be just resistant to all dead.
Yeah, I think related to that point about being lazy, I think the other thing is that as technology gets better, I mean, like, so let's say you'll get development of a super drug that would say, like, it will cure 99% of X disease or X type of virus, like from a common strain. And I think it will breed laziness out of a false sense of security. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that is definitely an avenue that will happen, because we already, to an extent, have a false sense of security with the tech we have today. Like, we just had that massive discussion about Apple and just technology in general, consumerism, and we're in a false sense of security that this product is going to last X amount of time. So to say that won't apply to diseases like, yes, this drug will cure X amount of strains of rubella or something, just to name a few.
We could just look at the flip side as well. Looking at the positive side, it dependent dependence on technological stuff might lead us to actually focus on more cultural, more artistic, and more personal matters. Like if you're not having to worry about disease could catch by going exploring in the Amazon or going to different countries and doing stuff like that, you can focus on more personal, more meaningful experiences that you want to create, and also it could benefit mental and physical health.
Oh yeah, there will always be a pushback. There will. Yeah. I mean, like look at like veganism, for example, where the majority of people eat meat. There's a natural pushback with vegetarianism and veganism. Like there will always be those two sides to pretty much anything.
Yes, very true. Two sides to a coin, boys. Two sides to
a coin.
To overturn the phrase, yes.
Yeah, so I think that's where we're going to end it today, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for talking about tech and Apple.
Other stuff.
Other stuff.
It's been an honor.
Talking about the possible extermination of the human race by robots and or big bad diseases.
You say possible, but we say when.
We say
should we end on a light note rather than ending on we're all gonna die?
Oh yeah, sure.
Extinction of the human race. Casual Friday, I guess.
Favorite company. Let's say.
Okay.
Favorite any type of company.
CD Projekt Red games development.
Yeah.
I'm looking that one in early.
Entertainment easily.
Nice.
I don't know. That's such a difficult question.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Remy, favorite company?
Patagonia.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
It's a clothing brand, and they're helping the ecosystem.
Oh,
and
that's
the
cool.
environment.
Cool.
Alex, what about you?
Subway.
Yeah, to be
fair, that is the best answer.
I know.
When you go in for a £5 sub and they charge you 20.
I think I would have to say the probably Microsoft. Microsoft. Just because of how much, like, because of all the massive technological advancements have been made. I mean not solely because of Microsoft, mainly because of Bill Gates, and I think Bill Gates is just such an amazing person.
Bill Gates' back just hurts so much from the carry.
Yeah, he's carrying.
What about
carrying a
Alex?
little company.
Like,
I said Subway.
I don't know why.
Children, like everyone on Xbox Live.
We are all his children, like some kind of cult.
I can't believe people actually used to hate him so much, and for him to now go on to be such an amazing person and donate so much money to different charities and donating mosquito nets to people in Africa to stop malaria and all of the different things that he has tried to help to like make everything so much better. I think it's just, you couldn't ask for like a more influential and important person.
So that is beautiful. So guys, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We had a great time. Thanks guys for being here. We've had fun.
Thank
It's
you.
been great.
You're welcome.
And like, if Bill Gates, if you're listening, Nathan would happily get on his knees for you. Happily get on his knees.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Happily get on his knees. Thanks, guys.
No.
Thanks for
Commercial.
being here.
Cut the commercial.
Stay sane. Cut the commercial.